Well, in the previous class, we have talked about data engineering, the masterclass for 3 days. And then we decided to go with the roadmap. And in the roadmap, the first topic that we are going to learn will be SQL. SQL is going to be a technology which is going to be with you forever. It's going to be a mandatory subject that you have to learn if you are working with a data-driven technology. And what is a SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. You need to understand why this is important, right? You need to understand why this is important. 50 years down in the market, still this has been considered as one of the top technology. Why? For that, we have seen about the two type of databases that you have. One is OLAP and one is OLTP. For OLAP and OLTP, I have given you the difference in terms of an online transaction which you're making, or maybe you're going with an ATM transactions, or you're doing any scanner that has to be updated immediately. By chance, if the bank has not updated, okay, let's say I think tomorrow is Good Friday. Let's assume that there is a Good Friday, there is a bank holiday. So because of Good Friday, if there is a bank holiday and if the transaction is not updated, what is the consequence? Obviously, you'll go do some changes and you can misuse it, right? If the bank account is not getting updated, you can keep on withdrawing, you can keep on transferring the money. That doesn't work, right? Every single minute the transaction gets updated. It's all because of online transactional database. So every single transaction is getting updated. Whereas if you come up with the other one, you go and watch a Netflix movie. After 2-3 days of Netflix movie, they'll start recommending you certain movies, certain similar movies. Now how this happens? Now they're tracking your activity. They're tracking your activity. So what they're tracking, what is this guy is doing, which movie he's watching, when he's coming, how many times he's spending, what is like time spent on each and every series. All this comes into consideration, and then they'll start recommending the movies. Another example which I would say is Amazon. So you buy something, you're trying to buy something, you add to the cart, but you never purchase. You add to the cart, you never purchase. You add to the cart, but you never purchase. But what is happening in the reality? From the Amazon perspective, they think that what happens to this guy? He keeps coming, as is adding to the cart, but is not buying. What could be the problem, right? What could be the problem? Now that is where the two type of databases, which is called OLAP and OLTP, 100%. This is an interview question they'll ask you over all the sessions. If you focus in the last, I mean, whatever we cover as 100 sessions, right? So every session I'll be giving a couple of interview questions. You can always make note of it. At last, we will share it. That's secondary. But meanwhile, if you want an immediate preparations, you keep pen and paper with you. Whatever I tell, please have a note of it so that you can get the interview questions as well. Okay. Now, with all that, we have seen the difference between OLAP and OLTP. Now, let's talk about more about SQL. Now, over all the other projects with all the other clients, you can see that about 45% of the data comes from OLTP. Okay, actually there is a small mistake here. It's actually OLTP. Okay, it's a transactional data. So we usually get all the data from OLTP. So transactional data, if you see 45%, then I say 45%, that means you are using on a daily basis, right? On a daily basis, you go and transact, you send money, you do all these things, right? Now, from April 1st, I read somewhere from April 1st, if you're doing any transaction over 2K, what was that? What we need to do? Do you all know this update? If you know, if you pay something over GPay or Phone Pay, from April 1st, you have to pay some extra charges. Is it true? Did you get that news?
Yes.
What is that?
It is not, I guess it
Right.
is not for the people, for the retailers or something like that. They might have to pay it, but the people are unhappy with that. But
Okay.
normal people, retail customers, they need not to pay anything.
Okay. I heard somewhere that from April 1st, some changes is going to happen in the like payment. Yeah, let's see. And now, as we move up the ladder, okay, we have already discussed about the big data, right? So the data is keep on coming in, the data is like increasing. Whatever it is, your SQL will never be replaced. Your SQL will be never be replaced. Okay, so remember this. Even after 100 years, 1,000 years, whatever it is. Actually, I was a good predictor. Okay, I have done a lot of research, and I was also being part of data science projects. So data science projects is all about predicting the future. Okay, you tell me your background. I mean, I talk in terms of data, but it's a different terminology also we call it. you tell me your career. You tell me your how much time you spend on daily basis, how much you learn, and how much you practice. What is your observing power? What is your concentration? What is your focus? If you keep on telling me this, right? If you tell for 10 people, I can predict who can get into job. Similarly, if there are 10 products in Amazon, if the 10 product sales, if I get which month which product is getting sale, how the trend is happening, if you tell me that, if you show me the data, I can predict the future. Now that is all about data scientist. Data scientist is nothing but a guy who actually understands the historical information and predicts the future. We are not data scientists here. We are all data engineers. But if you talk about a data scientist, they are the people who actually predict the future. Okay. But I actually stopped predicting post-COVID because COVID has turned the world upside down, right? March 19th, 2020, we didn't know what is happening. After that, the complete 2 years, okay, 23 it's normal, but 2 years, every business went down, the revenue dropped, the profit dropped, a lot of people losing jobs, a lot of business closing, shutting down, a lot of things happened. So after that, I also understand that life is uncertain, right? So tomorrow we don't know what will happen. Right? Even I cannot guarantee you that I'll take the class tomorrow, correct? So there is always a uncertainty here. Even in this uncertainty, I'll tell you, even after next 50 years, your SQL will always be on top. Take it from me. Take it from me. Any technology comes into picture, whatever XYZ technology, ABC technology, everything, anything comes into picture, your SQL will never be replaced. Right? That is how it is important, right? So please remember that. Please show importance and give importance to this technology, because if you don't know this, everything looks like a stars for you. Okay. With that, let's look into a database. Now, I always try to tell you that relate your terminologies with your daily usage products. Okay. So this database, I'll always relate it to your pen drive. So what does a pen drive do? It stores the data. What does a database do? It stores the data. Every now with same terminology, right? Now, um, we have different brands of database. One is SQL Server, one is Postgres, one is IBM, one is DB2, one is MySQL, one is Oracle. There are a lot of things, but I've taken the 5 database which is famous in the market, and I've picked it. Okay. Now, as I said, try to relate with a normal usable products called hard disk or laptops, right? In laptop also you can store the data. In hard disk also you can store the data. You can pen drive also you can store the data. Okay. Now, imagine you people have joined the course to learn how to use laptop because you don't know how to use laptop. So in laptop, you can store up to 1 terabyte of data. So your people have joined the course. And once you join the course, I would have taught you, okay, this is a folder. You have to go and create a C drive, E drive, F drive. In C drive, it is always for a computer, computer files. And in F drive or E drive, you have a personal drive. You create a folder. In the folder, you can start uploading your files, documents, photos, images, videos, audios. This is what I'm teaching. Now, as I said, you people have joined this course to see how are we teaching, how are we going to learn how to use laptops. Okay, now I've told you everything. C drive, E drive, F drive, creating the folders, files, copying, everything I've taught you. Okay, and the laptop which you have learned and the laptop which you have teached in the class is, let's say, Dell laptop. In the Dell laptop, I've told you how to create all the folders, files, how to access it. Okay. Now you've learned how to use computers. You have learned. Tomorrow you go to HP company. You get directly job in HP company. In HP company, they will not use Dell laptop. They have their own brand, HP laptop. Now you go there, they'll give you HP laptop. Will you come and fight with KSR? Will you come and argue with KSR saying that you teach Dell laptop, but there I'm going to use HP laptop? I don't know what you do. You again teach how to use HP laptop. Will you come back?
No.
No.
Why?
No.
Why? I've teach you how to use Dell laptop, but in reality, you're going to use HP laptop. You should come back and ask me, right? Why are you not asking?
No.
Because
Even the
both
brand are different.
That's a brand, right? Yeah.
you see,
Unless the brand
Yeah.
policy
For
is
activities working
because
same.
most of the computers configuration almost remains same.
Yeah, config is same. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You will never come back. Why? Because what you have learned is process. irrespective of whatever the laptops are. What you have learned is a process. Similarly, we have n number of database in the market. We have n number of database in the market, and the database which we are going to learn will be MySQL. Here you learn MySQL, but when you go to an Oracle company or when you go to IBM company, they will not use other brand. They have their own brand, right? They have their own brand. See, I have a grocery shop. So whatever I want, I'll take it from my grocery shop itself. Why will I go and buy from others, right? Similarly, every company, if they have their own brand of database, they will use that. IBM, if you get placed in IBM will not use any other database. They have their own database, right? So similarly, you go to any company, majority of the times they will use SQL Server and MySQL. By chance, if they use any other database also, you need not worry, because what you are going to learn here is language. What you're going to learn is language. You're going to learn language. With this language, you can communicate to this, 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 and you can communicate to this. Doesn't matter which database, what you're learning is language. And I've given another example. Imagine that you have joined this course to learn spoken English. If you're coming here to learn spoken English, you can survive anywhere. You can go to US, UK, Canada, Mexico, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, wherever you go, you can still go and survive because you have learned English. Similarly, try to give importance to the SQL, not to the tool. Tool, it can be anything. If you already have any other database in your system, have it. If not, we will go with MySQL. And there should be one particular reason why I'm choosing MySQL, right? So most of the databases, if you see, it comes with a licensing. Okay, it comes with a licensing. Of course, in future, we are going to do everything in the cloud. For at least for practice purpose, we need to have some open source, right? So open sources, anyone can install in their own laptops and machines. So open source. The companies which you're seeing on the right side of the screen, all these companies, even today, they're using MySQL database. Okay. And apart from that, you can have some durability, high security, easy to use, easy installation. All this is making me to use MySQL. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to always go with MySQL. It's completely your wish. As I said, the importance is given to the language and not for the tool. The importance is given to how to use a laptop and not on the brand. As simple as that, right? So with all this, let's see the last topic which we are going to which you are going to learn as a theory part. So this is what we are going to learn will be the last part of theory. After this, everything is going to be practicals. Everything is going to be practicals. Okay. Now, official website where you can download is this. I request each and everyone to download this. If you already have a fair idea about SQL, you can use any database. But if you're learning for the first time, I would request you to follow step-by-step process what we do in the class. Okay, if you are learning for the first time, install what I am installing so that we both will be on the same page. So you'll not get any trouble in future. Even if you get any trouble, we'll always be there to help you. So in our course, we'll be installing MySQL. We'll be installing MySQL. Okay, there is an official document that official website. You can click this and you can also get it. Apart from that, I'll be also sharing a installation steps. Okay, I'll be sharing the installation steps. The installation is as simple as that. Every step I've taken a screenshots. I'll be circulating this document to all of your message. I mean, however you got this email link, to all of your message, to all of your contact, we will be giving you this document. And apart from that, whatever the materials which I'm using in the class, it could be the notes, it could be whatever class notes which I'm making, it could be some interview questions, it could be resumes, or it could be data sets, or it could be documents. Everything we will upload in our portal. LMS portal. Once you get registered to the course, you can always go and access it anytime. So whatever the data sets which I'm using in the class will also be uploaded as part of the LMS portal. Okay. Now let's get into installation. The first step is what you have to search in Google, MySQL, download for Windows. And since majority of the people are using Windows machine, so I would like to explain the Windows installation. If you're a Mac user, it's all about finding a right document and you should be able to install it. Very easy it is. Okay. Now, once you download MySQL, search for MySQL, you'll get this. The first thing you'll get is download MySQL installer. Click this. Once you click this, you will be given a two versions, right? It will be giving a two versions. I don't know how many of you are using Facebook. I'm not a big fan of Facebook, but I used to use Orkut. Okay, in the start of my career, where I was part of final year graduation. Now I used to use Orkut, but after that, I never used any social media. But I see a lot of people, lots of teenagers nowadays, they're using Facebook. So in Facebook also, you have a Facebook app in your mobile. You can also log into your Facebook through your web URL. Both you can do, right? So you can have an app installed in your phone, or you can also go to your browser and you can log in there. So there are two ways you can log into Facebook: web version or an app version. Similarly, your database also comes with two versions. So one comes with a web version. The first one which you see, right? It's a web community version. It is only 2.4 MB. And the one which comes is it comes with 300 MB. So what is the difference between this is just like what is your Facebook app is how it is different in accessing on the web in your mobile web as well as a mobile app. It's all about flexibility. You cannot watch videos or you cannot post some photos if you're using a web version, but in your app version it's completely flexible, right? So similarly here also we have two versions. Unless and until your laptop is i3 configuration with a 2 GB RAM, 3 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, you can go with web version. Rest of the people, if it is minimum i5 configuration and if it is minimum of 8 GB RAM, go with app version. What is the app version? It's 330 MB. Maybe the file size may differ. Maybe I took maybe last year, maybe it's 330. Now it could be 340, it could be 350. So take the version which has the higher size. So that is actually considered as an app. So once you click this, you will be having this page. Or you can simply say that no thanks, just download. So once you download, the file is getting downloaded. Okay, the installation file which is getting downloaded. Hardly it will take 1 or 2 minutes depending on the size of your I mean depending on the internet speed. It hardly takes 1 or 2 minutes for downloading. And once it downloads, you can see that it would have been present in the downloads. You go to your softwares. I always have a habit of creating some folders. For example, if I say that all of my softwares will be present here. So all of this as my softwares. Okay, so in MySQL also, I would have copied this file. So this is how I used to maintain it. So similarly, you create one folder called softwares. In that, you open this MySQL, and inside that, already the download in the downloads file, this file will be there. Cut paste it, copy it to your MySQL folder, and it's all about double clicking. Double click it, the installation starts. And next, go again, press continue. Again, the installation starts. It's still going on. As I said, I've taken every step snapshots, so it should be a pretty straightforward for you to install it. And coming to this, you have to choose what type of database it is. Okay, we have not joined this course to come up with any project here. We have joined this course to learn the subject. So don't go with server only or a client only or full. If you want to go with this, your laptop should be minimum of 16 GB RAM and a high 5 configuration. Okay, because the way the server, client, and full works is basically you're trying to build a complete project here. We are not building a project in SQL. SQL is a language that we are going to learn. For that, we need one tool, and that is why we have choose MySQL. Okay, we are not going to connect all the people in this batch. We are not going to connect to a database, single database. We are not going to work in that way, right? Each one is going to install for a specific practice purpose, right? If you are installing this, it is for your practice. If I'm installing, it is for my practice. So you can choose something called custom. Custom means I can use it for developer version. For developer, whatever is required. For learning, whatever is required. For R&D research, whatever is required. For that, you can always go and check this. And once you check this, you have three components. Just plus, you press this. And once you press this, you can see that in this, I have to select MySQL Server. Just press this green mark. It will be this side. It will come this side. And the workbench also press this one, press this arrow mark. It will come here. And for the MySQL shell also press it. It will come here. So ideally, you need to select 4 products here. SQL Server, Workbench, Router, Shell. Okay, in this you can select it and you can go and click next. Once you click next, this installation will be installed. Okay, now these are the 4 products that you have to install for this database. But in order to install this, I may have required some of the prerequisite softwares. See, this is a software. This is an actual MySQL software. So I've selected the custom. The reason why I'm selecting the custom, well, I'm not going to build a heavy project here because of my laptop configuration. Because of my laptop configuration, I have to choose the developer version. For that, I will choose custom. For that, I will choose custom. In the custom, I will select these 4 products. Now, these 4 products will be the main installation products, right? But if I go and click next, or if I go and click execute, it will start executing one by one. And if for this installation, it will throw some message if it is okay or it requires some prerequisite software. Now, in my case, when I go and click execute, it says that in my machine, there is something called Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable file is missing. Now, this is not software. This is not software. For MySQL software to be installed, I have some prerequisite software that needs to be done. And it is telling that in my machine, Microsoft C++ Visual Studio is missing. Okay. Now, the advantage of installing MySQL is, well, whenever you're installing MySQL, whichever software which is not present in your machine, it will also show to install. So directly it is showing me to install this. You need not go to Google. You need not download it by searching and all. By default only, it will show you that, hey guys, Microsoft Visual Studio is missing in your system. Do you want to install? Just click this, install it. Now this is installing. Now I again repeat, this is not the MySQL installation. It is a prerequisite for the MySQL installation. There is something called Visual Studio which is missing. So I'll go and get this Visual Studio. Once I click this, setup successful. Now all the 4 things has been done. So now it will install the actual software. While installing the actual software, maybe I did not have Visual Studio. In your case also, it may come. If it comes, don't worry. If it doesn't comes also, don't worry. It's just a prerequisite software. So once you click next, I'll go for the next. And these are the 4 installation steps that will be executed. Click execute. And it will start running from 0 to 54, 50, 60%. And yeah, first 2 is completed. The third one is getting installed. So this is a step which will take around 5 to 6 minutes. So just wait for it. Once you get the execute, once you see all the green button, go for next. Don't do any changes. Let the configuration be the developer computer. Don't do any changes. Don't do any changes. Just come back to next. Don't do any changes. Come back to next. And here you have to give a password. Okay. By chance, if you forget your password, it is again a long process because you have used as a development process, a development database. So try to keep it as simple as possible. Okay. No one is going to steal your laptop and use this. It's just a database. So keep it as simple as possible. It's not like a WhatsApp pin or it's like UPI pin. You have to keep very complex. No, keep it as simple as possible. Keep it like admin, keep it like welcome, keep it like hello, keep some password. And please don't forget, if you forget, there is a long process of reinstallation or configuring and forgetting the password. It's a long process. So I'm telling you upfront, keep it as simple as possible and type it on both the boxes. Hello, hello, or admin, admin, keep this. And once you add it, you go and click next. And once you click the next, you will have this window service configuration. Don't do anything. Next. Don't do anything. Next. Don't do anything. Execute. Don't do anything. It's already progress. Once you click the execute, it's already progress. 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks has been done. Another 4 ticks will happen. And all the ticks are happen. Finish. And once it is finished, go for the next. This is the last step. And after that, don't do anything. Just go and click finish. Next. Finish. Installation is done. Once your installation is done, you'll get one small command prompt like this. Close it. And this is what is a software. Welcome to MySQL Workbench. Welcome to MySQL Workbench. Now, this is what is where you have to write the code. Okay. Now, I'll be sharing this installation steps. Please make sure that you install it. Now, let's come back for the presentation. Now, as I said, you have to get this downloaded. It's a version which comes with the app version. That means you will have the good flexibility and usage. So please use this. If your laptop is very old, go with the web version. Okay. Now, once you click this, we have installed. So we have 2 things. We have 2 things. One is MySQL server and one is MySQL Workbench. These 2 will be part of one software. This is an actual database. In order to work with the database, you need something called Workbench. you need something called workbench. What do you mean by workbench? It's the place where you go and sit and write the code, correct? Now, MySQL Workbench is actually a Visual Studio tool, which you can use it for developing your SQL scripts. It also provides some backup, SQL configurations, data modeling, etc., 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 etc. Don't worry too much. It's just a software for us. MySQL Workbench can be used on Windows, Linux, Macs, OS, everything. And once you open this, this is what you will see. Once you open the Workbench, this is what you will see. Now, this is a screen that you will be seeing post installation. You have to see this. Okay. Before coming to the next class, I want everyone to install this. The video will also be uploaded in YouTube, so you can go back and see the installation steps once again. Install it step by step. Okay, and it's a very easy installation process. Nowadays the laptops are too good, so you will not get any issues. Directly you can go and install it. So before coming to the next class, I want each and everyone to have installed this, because next class onwards it's going to be the practicals. End of theory. What we are going to learn will always be practical. So please make sure that you install this. Once you open the Workbench, you can see a screen like this, right? You can see a screen like this. Now, where you have to write the code, the code has to be written in this part. This is called SQL Visual Editor. Now, this space is where you'll be writing the SQL code. As and then it comes with the coding. So you have to write some code to understand, and you will not speak in English. You have to speak in SQL. So SQL is a language. Database is there. MySQL is a database. If you want to talk to a database, you have to talk to in its own language. What is its language? It's going to be SQL. It's going to be SQL. Now, this is a SQL language where you will be writing the logic here, SQL code. The moment you write it, you'll get the results here. This is called query result. This is called SQL Visual Editor. You write the code here and immediately you'll get the results here. And you can see all the data of birth, name, address, all this you can see that. And whatever commands you're writing here, right? What I've run previously, you can see in the historical tab. Obviously, every editor will have it. What you have run in the past, what you run from morning, what you have run in the afternoon. It's basically an historical lines that you'll be getting. Apart from that, you have something called L panel. Okay. So L panel as well, you can simply go and select the commands and you will be able to get the syntax. You'll be able to get the syntax. Now, for you, L command is not required. For you, the help command is not required. You can simply close this. I'm going to be your help command. Even if you don't know any command, go and search in Google. Don't use this internal search. Okay, here you will be getting the syntax of insert, select and all. Don't use it. Just close it. As far as the syntax perspective, as far as any help, you need not ask help command. You ask me, because I'm going to be your point of contact for all of your SQL questions. So you can always reach out to me. You can always ask in the class and we can learn together. But this is not required for you. But in reality also, if you don't know anything, go and search in ChatGPT, Google, Gemini or Stack Overflow. Don't use this. So if you close this, obviously you'll get a lot of space. Okay, so this help command is not required. Now you can have many projects that I can be working with it. If you have a database, I can work with Amazon, I can work with Flipkart, I can work with banking, I can work with telecom, I can work with anywhere. So that is where this gives you the difference between which database or which project you are working. Okay, now this is about the editor. Now we have done with the theory part. Okay, now I'll show you the practicals. Now this is a database. Now this is a database. As I told you, right? You would have seen like this. You would have seen like this. Okay, this is a syntax. Now this is a place you write the code. This is a place you write the code. And if I write the code, this is a SQL code. If I write this code, I would have got the results. I would have got the results. Now, this is where you write the code. This is where you are getting the results. This is where the historical commands is coming in. And this is what is object viewer, which project I'm working. And finally, this is called a history L panel. For you, this is not required. So this you can simply go and select the last tab. This will disappear. So this is for this one. This is for this one. This is for this one. So I don't want this. You click this. It will go. It will go. So I don't need the help panel. As I said, I am going to be your help panel from now. So you can simply ignore that. Now the top portion where you have the empty space is where you're going to write the code. And immediately post that, you'll be getting the results. Whatever the query which you're asking, you'll be getting the results. Obviously, you have to get it because you're going to ask in its own language called SQL. You got it? And we have a historical commands that you can see what command I've run. Let's say from morning, what command I've run, or yesterday, what command run I've run. All this I can see here. After that, you can see that which database I'm working. Am I working for Amazon? Am I working for eBay? Am I working for Flipkart? Am I working for Walmart? All these are the projects which I can see as part of the different database. Maybe when you install, you may not find any database because you're doing for the first time. I've been using this MySQL for almost 10 years now. So you will have a lot of databases that you can see in my system. But when you install, you'll not have anything. Whatever it is, we are going to start everything from scratch. Okay. So we have learned what is data engineering masterclass. Then we have learned about SQL. Why are we learning SQL? Now everything is done. Now we are jumping into the practicals. Okay. I would like to give a break here. Any questions on the installations or what we are doing? Any questions, any concerns?
For a web version, we need to install anything or just clicking and using this GUI?
Just click it. You'll have a couple of steps to be followed. It's not a software. The entire database will open in your server URL itself, web URL, that is Google URL, and there you can use it. It's very easy. But
Hi,
you'll not
Santhosh.
get that hands-on feel that because it's not a software, right? It's like something working in the web. So you may not get that complete flexibility. But if you're installing a software, as I said, it's a very small software. Even i5 configuration also, it should help you. But worst case, if you're going for a web version, you may not have that user-friendly interface.
Hi, Santhosh.
Go ahead.
How to add schemas?
We have just installed, right? So we have just
Yeah.
installed now. The next class will be how to create the database, how to create the tables, how to insert records. That will be the next class topic.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Even SQL Server also like free version only, right? So
SQL Server or SQL, it all depends on what type of software you're downloading. SQL Server nowadays they have made it as an enterprise application, and the installation process is very big and it's very complex. Anyway, we are going to learn a language, so it doesn't matter which database I'm using, right? So all the databases, 95-96% of the SQL code will be same. So and depending on the usage, depending on the student system configurations, so you cannot go and buy a new laptop for installing SQL, not required. So whatever you have, we are trying to have a software. So it doesn't matter, as I keep saying this, doesn't matter which laptop you're using, the way you learn will be process. So don't think too much about which database it is. We have chosen one, we are going to learn SQL commands for it. Are we good?
Yeah, during this
Sorry, what?
in this course, do we have any NoSQL?
Yes. NoSQL, MongoDB will be covered as part of data engineering.
In which both Azure and AWS both?
Yes, it will be covered.
Okay.
We need to install that for Workbench, Shell, Router, and Server, right?
Yeah,
We
you have
need
to
to
install. You have to install these 4 products. If you see in the installation steps, once we download it, you will have to choose a product. Go to the custom. In the custom, use 4 products. The 4 products will be server, workbench, root, and shell.
okay.
Do
That
we
need
have
to
cloud version?
We have cloud version, but moving to the cloud, I want you people to understand the importance of on-prem. I want you people to get used to first on-prem and then move to the cloud. Whatever we are doing now, it may not be useful after 2 months because we are going to do everything in the cloud. But as of now, I want everyone to understand the pain of installing softwares in on-prem. That's what is my intention. Only if you understand the pain of on-prem, you will enjoy the fruitfulness of cloud. So directly, if I give you the fruits, it's hard now. First, you have to have a tree. I want you to struggle, and then we will go to cloud. So please have the installation done so that you will understand the importance of softwares.
Can you send this?
Yeah, we will be sharing it. Any other question?
Santosh, I have one question. We'll be going for on-prem of Spark as well, or just this one?
Everything we will be installing in on-prem first. You'll be installing in your personal laptop. We will be learning everything. Finally, the last 1 month, whatever we did, everything we are going to redo it in cloud.
Okay.
Hello, Santhosh.
Yes.
So are we creating any kind of rational database management of in SQL for the part of this course?
Sorry, what are we going to create?
Rational database.
Rational.
Yes.
Rational.
Yeah.
Is it relational
I
or
think relational.
Relation, but I don't know.
Whatever we are doing itself is a relational database where everything will be well organized into tables. So relational database is what we have installed now.
Okay. Are we creating any kind of relational diagram?
Yes, we will be doing that. When I say diagram, we will not be doing in SQL. We'll be doing is as part of the data warehousing. We'll be understanding the schemas there. That is where we will be understanding the star schema, Snowflake schema, fact tables, dimension tables. All this comes as part of the data warehousing and not the database. If you see the roadmap, right, I've shown you what is a roadmap, right? So in the roadmap, you can see that the let me show you once again. So this is a roadmap. As part of the roadmap, first we will be learning SQL, then Python, then data warehousing. So whatever you're talking about the relationships, everything comes in the data warehousing. Next question, please.
Hi, Santhosh. I have a question one.
Hmm.
Hello.
Go ahead, go ahead.
The slide, it should be cloud computing.
It is possible. It is possible to more than one database install in our system.
Yeah, you can have it. You can have as many as databases because it's your personal mission and you can have n number of servers. You can have it. But as and then more and more database you have, your system gets slowed down. So having one is preferred.
Okay. I already have an Oracle database. That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, if you already have Oracle and if you've already used it, you need not install it. You can work with that itself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. If you don't have any questions, I would like to cover a few things. I've already told you this, but still again, the classes will be from Monday to Friday. Okay. Monday to Friday. And the classes will be from 6:30 in the morning, IST, to almost 7:45. Okay. So this will be the class duration. In case if something goes wrong in between, we had any technical issue or like maybe something happened to me, maybe we don't take class, that will be covered as part of Saturday and Sunday. If not, Saturday and Sunday will be off. I mean, always it will be off, but worst case, okay. When I say off, you will be given time for practice, okay. And if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us. We'll always be there to support for you 24/7. So 24/7, we will support you. So we always have mentors in our team. So if you have time for practicing everything, you can always reach out to us. Apart from that, KSR is known for providing some of the soft skills as well. So sometimes you'll have some agile classes, you have some soft skill classes, you have some end-to-end projects. So this type of things will happen. Some competitions, hacker rank competitions, all this will happen. So it will happen over the weekend. So you can be part of it. You can be part of it. And the entire course fees will be 27,000. Okay, if you're doing a one-time payment. Okay, if you're opting for two-time payments, the fees will be.
Hello.
The fees will be
I get confirmation
14K.
from your team that they are saying that if you are paying for one time, it should be 25K.
Sorry, what?
I get a message from in WhatsApp from your team that if you are paying on one time, that should be 25K. If you're paying in three payment, it should be 27K.
No, it is 27. Okay, it is 27. The fees is 27. If you're paying in two installments, if you're paying, I don't know where did you get this information, but just check with our team with one more time.
Even I
So,
get the same info, Santhosh.
Yeah,
Yes,
we are
Santosh.
all getting same
Same thing with me also. 25K.
in one time. Yeah.
no, it's actually 27. You can talk to our team. So if you're paying with three installments, you will give we'll give you a privilege to pay three times. So you can pay 10, 10, 10. Okay, this is the actual payment. So you can talk to our team. Okay, if you're coming from a referral background or if you're known, if you're coming from any of their referrals, maybe they may give you some discount. But actual fees is this one. One-time payment, it's 27,000. Two-time payments, it's going to be 28K. Okay, 28K will be the because we are going to give you the discount, right? 14 plus 14. So obviously you will be given the privilege to pay two times. And if you're paying for like 3 months, then you will be given as 10 plus 10 plus 10. So I would always prefer you to go with the first one because you pay it once and you can get some 3,000 discounts or something like that, whatever you feel like. Now this is about the fees, and this includes all your special classes, agile classes, projects, end-to-end soft skills, resume preparation, and it comes with a mock interviews, everything includes in this. So this is all about the payments, and I'll tell you how to pay if you are logging from a customer. I mean, if you are logging through a website, please go to our website. Our website is datavision.com. And if you're logging for the first time, you have to go with the sign up. And if you are already a member, go with login. So sign up will give you you can enter the Gmail ID or Gmail sign up you can do. You'll get an OTP. And once you have logged in, you can always go to login. I already have an account. Let me show you KSR Power BI. And that's my email ID. And let's go with logging in. So once I log in, this is our website. Okay, this is our website. You can see the profile which is created. And this is a dashboard where you can see the today's class. For example, the next 25-30 minutes, I have another class. So similarly, you will be shown here. The next class will be shown for you here. Once it is got started, you will see join button here. Now it's saying not started because the time has not come. But once you log in, it will show a join button. So you should be able to join. Now, apart from that, in this course learning, you'll be able to see all the courses which you have already purchased. For you, you may not find anything because you have logged in for the first time. Go to the Explore courses. So in the Explore courses, you can see the course here. And the course which we are going to join will be this one, Cloud Data Engineer. And you can see the fees here as well. Okay, you click this. Now, this is a course that you have to opt for. First 5 days, you could have joined here. Right, this is a preview version. So for example, this until today, right, it's a free class. So you would have joined here. So it's a 1 week free class. So you could have get all the 5 classes. But tomorrow you have to log in to this course. So this is a course. So Cloud Data Engineering March 2024 Azure. So Santhosh is an instructor. And if you're buying for one time, you will be able to get 27,000 buy now. So this is a course details. Just go and click buy now. And if you click this buy now, you'll be able to get, okay, I'll get you a coupon code. If you apply this coupon code, maybe you get some 2,000 discounts. Okay. And you can pay it once and just go with pay. And you can use all of your ways of payment. Like you can use UPI, EMI, you can pay with UMI, net banking, wallet, everything you can pay. So reach out to our team. Our team can help you in providing some coupon code. Maybe you can get an instant discount. Okay, that also you can do. If not, if you want to pay in installments, you can reach out to our team. Our team contact is always present here. Go to the contact us. So you should be able to see our contact. If you are visiting office, try to visit our office 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, morning 8 to evening 8, you can visit us. We all will be there. So you can talk with us. You can go with some suggestions. You can have a live interaction with us. If you're not able to ask here, you can always reach out to our institute. We are in Bangalore. So you can reach out to us. Apart from that, you can always have a call. So you can write to us on this email and you can call to this number. We will be there to help you. Okay, so this is all about getting registered. Today, we have completed the 5 free classes. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to have a paid session. As I said, 100 days, you have to sit in the class and you have to learn with us. We have completed 5 days. So another 95 days, you will be a data engineer. And all the next few classes will be going to be the practical class. End of theory, end of free class. We are going to start practicals from tomorrow. Any questions?
Santhosh, I have one question. The one which you mentioned, 24/7 support for any queries, right? For that, should we call to this number or like?
See, 24/7 means no one will be there in the night times, but we will be available on message, WhatsApp message, community message. We'll be there. Even I'll be there till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night. And from morning, I'll be there at 6 o'clock. So in that gap of late nights, right? If you read a support, we have people who are from US, they may respond to your queries. But ideally, it will be a support in a sense, messaging support. Like if you have a doubt, you take a snapshot and send it, immediately you'll get a response. This support will be there from morning 6 to evening night. 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, you'll be there.
So we have to put our question in WhatsApp group or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any technical questions, you can reach out to us using WhatsApp, Telegram, or even we have our own community. We can post your questions. Non-technical questions related to fees, subscription, app issues, you can always reach out to the number which you can see on the screen. Are we good? Any other question? All good? Okay. Thank you all.